It's the 64th annual Porter Cup. In many ways, it's like we mentioned in the program. In many ways, it's our first because it's the first combined Porter Cup with men and women. Before we get into too much further into our day, I want to recognize a few people that are here. Our tournament staff and directors: Dina Armstrong, many years. Michael Vitch, Janelle DiGregorio, our head of our housing, Melissa Morinello, is here today. And our Michael Boss, newly joined our executive committee. And of course, I'd be remiss if I didn't mention our golf pro, Dustin Riggs and Casey Riggs, for all the outstanding work that she does on behalf of the tournament and our club. And without going any further, I have to mention the outstanding work of Alan Cohen and his team. They just do an outstanding job here, so thank you for your guys' work as well. Before I turn it over to Dustin Riggs to speak a little bit about our field, I want to mention again and thank, although they couldn't make it here today because of prior commitments, our longtime tournament sponsor, M&T Bank, will be back again this year as the major tournament sponsor. And Steve Colton is here representing Encore Golf, another one of our major tournament sponsors. So thank you so much, Steve, to you and Brett and Keith and the team over at Team Encore. Like I said, this is the first year in 64 years where we're going to be combining both men and women's event. So at this time, I'm going to call Dustin Riggs up, and he's going to speak to several of the key players in our field, and he'll take some questions after when you're done.
Good afternoon, everyone. As Mr. Shimmel said, like it is the first year with it being combined, so we're really excited about that. Just to talk a little bit about the field, I'll start with the ladies. So we're up. We have about 30 ladies in the field. Just to highlight a couple in the field, we're really looking forward to Ella Weber coming. She was a freshman at Michigan State this past year, from Burlington. She's been playing great all year for Michigan State. She, competed well in the women's Southern Georgia Amateur and also the Texas Women's Open recently on her before coming up here. Also Haley Yerksa, it's her 5th year at Georgia Southern, from Ottawa, Canada. This year at Georgia Southern, she had 2 top 5s, 6 top 20s, and a runner-up finish at the Ford Invite season low round of 67 this year. So looking forward to her being her first Porter Cup this year. So, and then local talent, young talent, Lily Zhang. She just turned 15 years old, actually. Coming off, she just won the 93rd New York State Women's Amateur at 15 years old. So very positive for her potential coming here, and excited to see what she does in her future with golf. And then, of course, we have Jackie Rogowitz, who is actually our 2019 champion. She is returning. She finished T6 last year as well in our Porter Cup. So we're excited to have her back. She knows the property, knows the course very well. So we're excited to see if she can become a 2-time winner as well. Jumping into our men's field, a couple players in the field. First, I'd like to highlight one of our local kids, Anthony Delasani. Great player. Just came off the North-South down at Pinehurst, finished 5th place. Qualified for the match play, got all the way to the Elite 8 at the North-South, where he fell 1 down on the last hole. He also coming off a conference championship from Valparaiso University and breaking the conference record at 13 under par in 3 rounds for the conference championship. And then, of course, we have John Daly II coming, obviously from University of Arkansas. 19 years old, he's coming off a couple top 20 finishes at the New Year's Invite and the Azalea Invitational. He didn't play much this past year due to injury. However, last year in the father-son at the PNC, him and his dad did take 2nd place, falling 2 shots behind the Sings. So great playing for him. We're looking forward to having him on property for the first time. It should be fun. And then Garrett Engel, University of Tennessee, Chattanooga. He is also returning this year. A lot of positive play from him as he was in the playoff last year and fell just short to Carson Baca from Auburn. But he's been playing great this year. And as we're sticking to the Auburn slate, we're going into Reed Lauder. So Reed Lauder, he's going into his sophomore year at Auburn. He was named to the SEC All-Freshman team. He won SEC Freshman of the Week 3 times last year. He posted the low round in the national championships for the entire team. So we're excited for his potential and him coming up, and maybe Auburn will take 2 in a row. We'll see. Chris Van Dette from Kent State. He's also great player. He won Player of the Year his junior year for the MAC conference. Local kid. We're looking forward to having him. His WAGR ranking's 489, so he's pretty high up there. So we're excited to have him. And then Cade Breitenstein, also from Kent State. He's played in the Porter Cup before. He finished top 5 in the 2021 Porter Cup, and he recently finished 3rd place at the MAC championships coming into the tournament. Other than that, to talk about a couple of the local players, more so, we have Ryan Hart, who plays at Florida, University of Florida. He's been playing well as of late. He played well at the Dogwood Invitational this spring. And he won the Daytona Beach Intercollegiate. So he'll be up here for returning to the Porter Cup. We have Ben McLean, another Kent State, but from Ontario, right in Canada. He finished 10th in the Ontario AM and top 20 in the MAC Championship coming in. I'm looking forward to having him. He's young. He's going to be a sophomore at Kent State. And then one last local one, we have Nolan Piazza. He's from Niagara Falls, Canada. He goes to Moorhead State. He has actually finished top 5 in scoring in his conference, in the Ohio Valley Conference, and he had 5 top 10s last year as well. So graduates in 2025, so we're looking forward to having him up here as well. So talking a little bit more, kind of a storyline that it kind of just fell into our lap. We have a lot of siblings in the field, being that we're men's and women's. So we got the McLaughlins and the Tarkanis playing this year. And we also have hold on, one more. There's one more I'm missing. And the Webbers. Yes, Michael and Ella Weber. They're coming as well. So we're excited to have the brother-sister duo. It'll be cool with the families here. They're being able to travel up together, see Niagara Falls, see the Porter Cup, and what the great event has to offer.
Just kind of to wrap a few things up, it is going to be, we're looking forward to this year. We think it's going to be a fun, exciting event for the Western New York community. I also would be remiss if I didn't mention that our Senior Porter Cup is coming up in September. First week in September. The field, it's different with the seniors. They don't do they don't do Venmo. They don't do it. They send a check in, and so we already have a good jump on that field for September.